the secret history of Hampton Court from the International Express. And this one came as a surprise to me, all right. Where do we start here? When Elizabeth I died without children in 1603, her crowns passed to her Scottish godson, King James VI, who became King James I in England, Wales, and Ireland. He chose Hampton Court to host his family's first Christmas in England, and safe to say, events were rather raucous. During 12 days of almost non-stop parties at the palace, William Shakespeare premiered some of his plays. The tipsy Spanish ambassador tried to punch the French ambassador in the face after they bumped into each other during a dance in the Great Hall. Several aristocrats became so spectacularly drunk that they fell over, taking a couple of buffet tables with them. And King James' alleged lover, the handsome but stunningly dim Lord Philip Herbert, by his own admission, he knew of nothing except dogs, horses, and revelry, nearly collapsed mid-dance, weighed down by all the jewels sewn into his costume. A week later, while everybody else trembled and groaned through hangovers of epic proportions, James I got back to work by hosting a church conference at the palace, at which he commissioned his famous English translation of the Bible. It later became one of the most beloved books in the English-speaking world. There's an understatement. Boy, you talk about my ways are not your ways. This was the guy. It was the only person who could party like that for 12 days and then go, okay, time to commission a translation of the Bible. And it's still the epic monument of the English language, not to mention Christendom. Whatever, like 300 years later, almost 400 years later, more than 400 years later. Couldn't make that up. That'll do it for the weekly update this week. I hope we'll see a bunch of you again next week.